Welcome, hockey fans, to Cockburn Ice Arena. This is Chris Langell bringing the play-by-play for the first game of the GINSBERG tournament for 2025, the National Under-13 Championships. Bear with me, I made a bit of an error this morning and left my team sheets home for these two teams. So I'm frantically trying to reproduce some of that information here. So apologies for that. Queensland will be up against Victoria for this first game of the GINSBERG tournament. And I have rosters. And there we go. Hard copies. Beautiful. For Queensland, we've got number 2, Jackson Carter. Number 12, Harry Dushka. Number 13, Jesse Dick. Number 15, Isaac Lim. Number 17, Reese Martin. Number 21, Hendricks Ord Abagat Tajello. I might just refer to him as Ord. I apologize for that in advance. Jordan Bolton, number 23. Adrian Hernandez, number 25. Knox Lloyd, number 31, the goalkeeper. Isaac Janot, number 43. Annie Knorr, number 51. Matthew Charnley, number 52. Theo Miller, 55. Charlie O'Connor, the goaltender and starter for today's game, number 60. Griffin Hicks, 61. Tom Slade, 64. Caden Bolton, 87. Kenzie Ouimet, number 22, the captain. Hamish Corser, number 57, who played in the DeFreeze. And Riley Gladys, 14. Team officials, Damian Bright, the head coach. James Carter and Lisa McMahon, the assistant coach. Lisa played in the Boxall tournament for Queensland. Rachel Dick, equipment team manager. And Bart Gladys, the equipment manager. For Victoria, number 23, Dimitri Korchagin. Number 72, Alfie Webster. Number 16, Archie Robertson. Number 24, Billy Lichter. Number 78, Chris Borg. 13, Essence Wishart. Number 81, George Hubke. Number 8, Jack Dillon. Number 77, Marcel Rosa. Number 5, Will Giles. Number 7, Max Gargano. Number 73, Parker Barnes. Number 88, Enzo Bonato. Number 96, Jack Zhang. Number 32, Jacques Kai. Number 4, Cohen Freeman. Number 37, Marcus Sandy. Number 85, Max Doser. The goaltender, number 86 and starter, Julian Baumgartner. And number 1, Colby Smith. Coaching staff, James Galdes, the head coach. Giancarlo Bonato, the assistant coach, along with Josh Page. Katie Ryan, the team manager. And Zamara Giles, the team official for today's game. As I get my pages sorted here, I'll try and keep track of the players on the ice. As the teams go to center ice, ready for the opening face-off of this 2025 GINSBERG tournament. There we go. As the teams line up at center ice, waiting for the officials. Vince Giblin with the red stripes on. Sean Evans on one line. And off the opening draw, Victoria, they get it over the blue line. That's number 85 for Victoria. Max Doser back to the blue line. Giles takes a shot, scores from the blue line. Giles just put it towards the net, high over the shoulder of the goaltender. That's number 80 or 60, Charlie O'Connor. And Victoria takes a quick 1-0 lead early in this first period. The other linesman, Jake O'Brien, dropping the puck at center ice right now as we restart action here. Number 4 brings it over the blue line, offside. That's Cohen Freeman. Just didn't wait for his teammate to get onside. Face off outside the Queensland line. Draw one by number 21. Ord. Back deep into the zone. D to D, up onto the wing it comes. Been impressed with what I've seen so far from both teams. Some good skaters out there. Back comes Queensland up the left side, over the blue line, into the zone. Winds up for the shot. Right into the glove of the Victoria goaltender, Baumgartner. Face-off will come to the left of the goaltender. Off the draw, out into the neutral zone, picked up by Victoria. Makes the move. Good skate by the Queensland defender to prevent that breakaway. Back into the zone. Nato, he gets it up onto the boards. Lichter, he keeps it in at the blue line. Into the zone it goes, behind the goal. That's number 2 for Queensland, Carter. He gets it up the wing, into the neutral zone. Back forward is Victoria. Up onto the right side, chips it ahead to the blue line. Good play to stay on side. Rebound off the glove of the goaltender. Makes a great save. Back to the blue line it comes and out of the zone. Victoria pressing to get it back deep. They do. In for it is number 88 on the forecheck. Donato. Back down the wing, Corser. He had a great DeFries tournament. Playing up an age group at that level. Certainly didn't look out of place. Face-off comes back to the right of the goaltender. Pushed ahead by Victoria. Out of the zone they come. Up onto the wing. That's number 8 with it over the line. He takes it in, goes down along with number 4. Fires it high over the net. Onto the boards. Tried the DDD pass. Deflected out over the zone. Back in. Queensland pick it up. Get it to the blue line, not out. Hard shot again, right into the glove of the goaltender for Queensland. That's number 60, Charlie O'Connor. Face off to his left. Won by Victoria. Up the boards, deflected, back into the Victoria zone, and back forward is number 16, Archie Robertson. Up onto the wing. Picked up by, that's number, sorry I missed that number. Kept in at the blue line by Queensland. Fired towards the net, bounces to the far point. Just getting control of it. Takes the long shot over the net. Picked up by number 15 for Victoria and brought out. Up to Dillon. He gets pinched out on the boards. No body checking at this level. But there will be incidental contact, and they are allowed to pinch guys out on the boards. Back into the Victoria zone it comes. Now out comes number 23 for Victoria. He gets it down the ice. Fired from his own side of the red line, but it doesn't make it to the goal line. Chipped off the boards, deflected. Victoria gaining control. Nice little toe drag move by the Victoria forward. That's number 96, Jack Zhang. Back into the zone, and out comes Queensland on a mini break. 2-on-1, 2-on-2 to the blue line, but can't penetrate that Victoria blue line. Chipped off the board by Corser. Can't catch up to it. Back to Corser. Back to the Queensland blue line and into the zone. Corser goes back for it into the corner. He puts it behind the goal. Queensland, they get it in front, intercepted. Almost an opportunity for Victoria as that clearing pass is intercepted in the slot. Puck goes behind the goal. Bit scrambly as Queensland trying to get it out of the zone. Good stick by the Victoria defense to keep it in, and back comes Victoria as the rest of the team goes for a change over the blue line, takes the shot right into the glove of O'Connor, and he freezes it for a long delay on the whistle from the referee. Normally the Stripes would call that a bit quicker. Face off to the left of O'Connor. Won by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked off the stick. Out comes Queensland down the left side. Just avoided the skate of the linesman at the blue line into the glove of the Victoria goaltender Baumgartner, who freezes it for a stoppage. Face off to the right. 55 for Queensland in on the draw. Theo Miller, along with the alt captain of Victoria. Miller wins the draw, gets the goal. He scores on the backhand as he won the draw, pushed the puck forward, and lifted the backhand over the blocker of the Victoria goaltender, and that ties the score. So number 55 for Queensland, Theo Miller, wins the draw, catches up to it, pushes it forward, and fires the backhand for the unassisted tally. 9:51 of the first period ties the game. Back comes Queensland. They dump it into the zone. Number 24 for Victoria, Lichter, goes back for it. He sets up behind the goal, looking for an opening. This is his player. Down the ice it goes, right on goal. O'Connor stops it and leaves it for his D. Back they come, and back comes Queensland. A brief mini break here over the blue line. Number 21 for Queensland. He gets it to the net. Behind it goes. Play a little bit scrambly along the boards as Victoria tries to get it out. Good keep in by Queensland. That's number 21, Ord. To the front of the net it comes. Victoria, they intercept it, try and get it out, and now they will. No, they don't. Good stick on the boards. That's number 12 for Queensland. He keeps it in. Dusha behind the net, picked up by Victoria. Out they come. Around the forechecker, down the left side, that's Robertson. He tries to cut for the net. Good defensive play by the Queensland defense. That's, I believe, number 23, Bolton. Back to the blue line, just fails to keep it in as Robertson. Stolen by Dusha. He pushes it in. Picked up by number 5 for Victoria. Back into the neutral zone. Victoria coming down with numbers, and that's called on the offside at the blue line. as the Victoria player just got over the line before the puck. 8:10 to go in this first period. 1-1 the score. Face-off won by Victoria. Chipped off the boards just here in front of our penalty box location. Victoria trying to keep it in. Queensland get it out into the neutral zone. D at their own blue line. Back into the zone. A move outside the blue line. That could have been offside. Back in comes number 63 for Victoria. Into the corner. Big rush, pinch to the boards. Is the Queensland defender. Back out to the blue line, but not out. Kept in. Fired on goal, wide on the far side. Back behind the goal, to the front of the net. Good stick by the Queensland defense. Back to the blue line, number 23, Korchergen. Scores! On the right side, back door. That's, I think, number 85 for Victoria. Puts them in the lead. Max Doser. That's from number 37, Marcus Sande, and number 23, Dimitri Korchergen. Back into the Queensland zone, 7:02 to go. 2-1 the score for Victoria. Trying to get it out, intercepted is Victoria. Back for more from the slot. A shot off the pad of the goaltender. Queensland again trying to get it out, kept in at the blue line. Hard shot deflected. That goes off the post as it went off the shin pad of the Queensland forward and off the post to the front of the net. Loose. Behind the goal it goes. Out comes Queensland. They can't get it out of the zone. Just ducking under the check is Hernandez. Queensland, they fan on the clearing attempt. Victoria pick it up. Number 73 again takes a shot over the net off the glove of the goaltender. Kuchergin, he keeps it in. Down the ice it goes. Fired down the ice by Queensland, and that'll go for icing. As Queensland trapped in the zone. Finally get it down the ice, and tired troops on the ice. Young legs, though, they should be fine. They set up for the face-off to the goaltender's right. Back to the blue line. Fired on net. That'll go for a stoppage. So Queensland will be able to get their change in. Face off to the left of O'Connor. 5:51 to go in this period. Back to the blue line, fired towards the net, stopped in the slot, up onto the half boards. Kept in by Victoria again. As Queensland struggling to get out of their own zone. Behind the goal. Fired around the glass. Not out again. It's kept in at the blue line. Now it comes out. And in on goal goes Miller. He's got a partial breakaway. Good stick by the defense as they get back on the back check. That was number 88, Enzo Bonato. And back he comes over the blue line. Gives it to number 33. Gets it on net. 32, that is, for Victoria. Down the ice it goes, a race for it. After his number 55, he's got somebody open in front and can't get the backhand pass across. And Victoria just get it out of the zone. Bounces off the skate, back into Queensland territory. Number 32 with it brings it out. That's it's already 22. I don't have number 22 on. Oh, yes, there is. Kenzie Ouimet. Puck gets out over the blue line. Kept at the blue line by Sandy. Picked up by the Queensland D. Looking for an outlet. Up the ice it goes. Might not have enough for icing, and it doesn't. Back for it is number 16, Archie Robertson. He gets the breakout pass intercepted. In on goal, number 21 for Queensland. Oh, and he just puts that wide as it bounces back onto the post. Shot towards the net, looking for a deflection was Ouimet. Number 21 takes a bump, and he's going to draw a penalty. And Victoria will go to the box for interference as the contact was made before the Queensland player touched the puck. And they'll go on the power play for 2 or less.
Blue 78, 2 minutes, interference.
So Victoria, number 78, Chris Borg, will sit for 2 or less for interference on the play. Face-off won by Queensland, but Victoria pressing. Queensland keep it in. That's number 21 with it, Ord. Back to the blue line, fired high off the pad and side of the net. Victoria, or Queensland, keeping the puck in the zone. Back to the defense and then fired down the ice by number 23 for Victoria. Kochergin. Back comes Queensland. They fire it down the ice. Kochergin picks it up. Back into the zone. Ouimet, he's back for it. Up onto the half boards. Stopped but not controlled by the Queensland forward. Into the zone. Tries the wraparound. Back to the blue line. Fired in behind the goal. Picked up by Ouimet. He's looking for an outlet. Gets it a long pass. Picked off at the blue line. Back into the zone comes number 86 for, or 88, Enzo Bonato on the forecheck. Back to the blue line. Again intercepted. Number 23 takes the shot. Scores. A short-handed goal.
Are you able to write the other team's penalty on there as well, so I know when they're coming out of the box?
So that goal, a short-handed marker. Scored by Victoria. I believe number 23. I didn't quite get that number. Get the scoring for you in a second as number 13 for Queensland brings that puck in over the line offside. Jesse Dick. Face off outside the zone. 28 seconds to go in this power play. Victoria with the shorthanded goal. To the blue line. As Queensland will get one more chance on the rush. That's Miller. He gets it over the line. Knocked out. Back comes Queensland into their own zone. D to D. Number 2 picks it up. Carter. He gets to the red line. Over the blue line. Fires it towards the goal. Chases after it. That's Carter. And back down the ice it goes. No icing as the penalty just now expires, and out comes Queensland. Bolton just dumps it into the neutral zone and goes for a change. On the breakout, here comes Queensland up the middle of the ice. Number 55, he makes the move outside the blue line. And on the left wing, number 21, Ord, is in the offside position. So face-off will come outside the line. (3-1) the score. Face-off won by Queensland. They dump it into the zone. D Victoria as they pick it up. Back into the neutral zone it comes. Skating onto it is number 7 for Victoria, Max Gargano. Gets it to the front of the net. Intercepted by Queensland. Ord, he got it up under the wing to number 12, Henry Dushka. Back to the blue line. Shot on net. Rebound. Sits there. Oh, and just goes by the open cage. There's a good stick by the goaltender. Back comes Ord down the left side. He just fires it off the stick of the Victoria defense. And they get it back out of the zone. Intercepted by Queensland. Picked up again by Gargano. He gets it into Zhang. Zhang over the blue line. Good skate by the Queensland defense as they prevented that puck from getting through. And back down into the Victoria zone. 5 seconds to go. One more chance for Victoria if they're quick, and that'll do it for this first period. 3-1 the score. After one. Goals by Giles from Dosser and Freeman at 14:44 put Victoria up. Then Miller, unassisted off the face-off at 9:51, tied it up. Then Dosser from Rosa and Kochergin at 7:08, and Kochergin, shorthanded goal from Bonato. 2:23 to go in that first period. 10-3, Victoria out shooting Queensland. Queensland 0 for 1 on the power play. Penalties to Borg for interference. Victoria at 3:50, and that leaves us at the score of 3-1 at the end of one period. Victoria carrying most of the play, getting that shorthanded goal as well to make the score 3-1. Queensland just having a difficult time of getting it out of the zone and getting the breakout set with the active sticks and the pressure that Victoria has been putting on them. So overall, a good period of hockey for both teams. I'm sure Queensland would like to clean up that breakout and clean up the pass accuracy and on the breakouts to get it down the ice. Maybe a bit more chip and chase to get past those big Victoria defense might work, but we'll see how that goes in the second period. Just take a 30-second break here, and we'll be back at the start of the second period. Welcome back, hockey fans, for the opening face-off of the second period. 3-1 the score for Victoria in this first game of the 2025 GINSBERG tournament. Victoria off the draw. They get it deep right on the goaltender. And go for a face-off to the left of Baumgartner. Face-off won by Queensland, but intercepted. Back come Victoria with speed into the Queensland zone. Behind the net, backhand to the front. Back comes Queensland. That's Ord. He gets it past the defense. No icing. Back to the half boards, into the corner. Ord back to the blue line. That's Bloods. He gets control of it into the zone. Then loses it. Good block with the shin pads at the blue line. Queensland can't keep it in, and out comes Victoria, 2-on-2. Queensland back checkers trying to get back, fired wide of the net, into the corner. Kept in by the Victoria defense, back to the defense, fired on net, a good pad save by the goaltender. Victoria, they pick up that loose puck. Onto the half boards it goes. Now Queensland get it. Behind the net, two Victoria players in pursuit. Tries a little toe drag move. Can't get it past his the forechecker. Into the corner. Reversing. He gets up the boards to the blue line. Out it comes. And two Queensland players break down into the zone. Fired on net. Puck frozen for a stoppage. Good play by number 12, Dushka. And number 21, Ord, to get that puck deep for the faceoff. They scored the tying goal off the faceoff. Won by Queensland. Back to the blue line. D to D. Nice play. Back to Carter. Takes the shot. That was through a screen. Had a chance. Good low shot by Carter. To the blue line and out. Victoria. That's Dillon. Over the blue line. Cuts to the left-hand side. Deep into the corner. Gets it to the front of the net. And the Victoria player, number 85, couldn't get the stick on it. Back comes Queensland. A breakout pass up the middle. Freeman and Dillon. Dillon backhands it. Can't get it past the Queensland forward. And it's intercepted. Back comes number 55 for Queensland. He takes it down the right-hand side. Stood up by number 5 for Victoria. D to D. Long pass over to the far side, deflected into the zone by number 55, Miller. Up onto the wing. Here comes number 85 for Victoria. Gets it up to number 9, Dillon, or 8, Dillon. He gets it in deep. Loses control of it. Gets it back to the front of the net. Good stick by the Queensland defense to prevent number 85, Max Dosser, from getting a shot on goal. And back comes Queensland as they break out over their own blue line. Now through center, lose control of it. And back comes Victoria. That's Freeman. He gets knocked down. Back comes Queensland over the blue line. Takes the shot off the stick of the goaltender. Oh, that sat on the goal line as it made its way through. Had the chance and a good clearing, saving a goal by the Victoria defense. Fired back down the ice, and that'll go for icing. Close call there on the goaltender. As Baumgartner had the puck, it slipped under his glove and sat loose and free in the crease for a brief moment. The Queensland forward couldn't get that rebound to go into the open cage. Face-off win again by Queensland. Back to the blue line. Kept in initially, and out comes Victoria now. They chip it off the boards. Down into the zone. Back for Queensland defense. Swings behind the net. Chips it up onto the half boards. They get it out. Tried to headman it. Good stick by the Victoria players. And down comes the Victoria defender. That's, again, Cockburn. Victoria fired in. They're on the forecheck. That's number 96, Zhang. Up onto the wing. Queensland. I'm just chuckling. They're so small. I remember how small they are. It's Victoria. They get the shot in on goal. And O'Connor gets the glove on it for the stoppage. That was number 52, Charlie, with the shot on goal. Back down the ice, the puck goes. Picked up by Cockburn. Reverses to number 77, Rosa. Back to Cockburn. He misses his man. The puck will come back into the Queensland zone. Ouimet goes back for it on the forecheck. Number 88, Bonato. Puck is cleared out of the zone into the neutral zone. Back down the ice to the Victoria line. Cockburn goes across the line, makes that little move outside the blue line and puts his teammate offside. Won by Victoria. They get it into the zone. Bonato. Behind the goal it goes. Queensland battling to get the puck out of the zone. 9:23 to go in this third period. Puck is loose in the crease, cleared by Queensland out over the blue line into the neutral zone. That's picked up by number 24 for Victoria and fired in off the stick of a Queensland player. Out into the middle of the ice. Over the blue line. Good play by Ord to get it back. Long stretch pass up to the blue line, but not in. Back comes Victoria. That's number 88 with it. Over the blue line, takes the shot. That goes off the goaltender into the corner. Back into the zone. Queensland go D to D. Nobody there for it. Picking it up at the blue line. Now out comes Ord. He's got a man with him, number 12 for Queensland. Makes the move to the outside, back to the front of the net. Just misses Dushka in front of the net as they had a 2-on-1. Back comes Victoria. It's the captain. Down the right side, cuts back towards the middle, drags the puck to the front of the net, scores! As referee Vince Giblin got tangled up with the Victoria player coming off the bench, Kai, and they both go down. And I didn't see who actually put that puck in the net. We'll get the call. Just waiting for the goal scorer as Giblin was taken out.
37.
So number 37 for Victoria gets the goal. That's Marcus Sandy. That puts Victoria up 4-1. Puck fired down the ice by Queensland. That'll go for icing. 8:08 to go in this period. 4-1 the score. Face-off comes back to the right of the Queensland goaltender, Charlie O'Connor. Face-off win by Victoria. Back to the blue line. D to D almost picked off. by Queensland's number 17, Martin. But back into the zone it goes. Down goes number 95 or 85, Doser, behind the goal. Victoria, they go behind the goal. Only a white jersey there. The puck is deflected off the skate of Corser back into the zone. Victoria, they pick it up. Down the right, left, down the middle of the ice is Freeman. He just fires it into the zone behind the goal. After it is number 2 for Queensland. Gets it into the corner to number 17, Martin. He breaks it out to the middle of the ice to number 55, Miller, and that gets fired down the ice. And that'll go for icing. Queensland makes changes, Victoria can't. Face off to the left of Baumgartner, won by Queensland. Number 87 puts the puck on net. Behind the net, good forecheck by the Queensland forward. And Victoria, they dump it down the ice. Won't go for icing. Behind the net. That's Queensland's Wimet. He brings it out, makes the move, breaking out of the zone. Attempted stick check by the Victoria player. Wimet, he goes over the blue line, has it knocked off his stick, back to the blue line. That's number 14, bounces it to the front of the net. Back comes Queensland, down the middle of the ice. Number 14 gets it over to Wimet, off his stick into the corner. Out to the front of the net is number 85 with it. Dosser back to the blue line. Out comes Queensland. Number 25 over the blue line. Falls down. Back comes Freeman. Down the right side. Takes it hard to the net. Goes behind. The puck bounces in front. Right onto the stick of the Victoria forward. I can't make out the number there. I think that's number 73, Barnes. And the goaltender, O'Connor, had to be careful on that one. 5:50 to go in this second period. 4-1 the score, 17-4 the shots on goal. Face-off won by Victoria. To the front of the net it comes. Just bounces through the slot. Queensland behind their own goal. Flipped out high off the back of a Victoria player. Kept in the zone. That's Ord with it. He flips it out into the neutral zone. Queensland forward. Dix can't catch up to it. Back into the zone. Zhang, he gets it across the blue line to Barnes, back behind the goal. D to D, Queensland number 43, he puts it up onto the boards. Out comes Queensland, looking for a pass. That goes off the skate of the Victoria defense, number 77, but still called for icing. So obviously the linesman didn't pick up on that fact that Rosa felt the impact of that deflection. Back to the left or right of the goaltender. Big slap shot. Fanned on the shot and it just slid towards the front of the net into the crease. Back comes Queensland on the breakout. That's number 61, 51 with it. Dick, he gets it in deep. Back comes Victoria. 2-on-4 over the blue line. Slides it over to number 37. Back to the front of the net. Queensland picks it up. Stopped at the blue line and gets it deep. Down the wing, 2-on-1. Looking for the opportunity. Nice little toe drag. Pits it into the pads. And Baumgartner squeezes the puck after that rush by Martin down the right side. A little toe drag on the defense. Puts him clear in front of the goal. The puck just slides off his stick under the pads of Baumgartner. Good opportunity for Queensland on the play. Face-off win. Back to the blue line. Good little play by Ord. Back into the zone. 57 for Queensland. Intercepts that puck. Back in they come. Hard shot. That goes off the pads of number 2 for Queensland. Carter chipped out onto the half boards. Queensland get it out over the zone, over the blue line, into the neutral zone. A battle on the boards in front of the stripes. Won by Victoria. They come back into the zone. Chipped out by Queensland. Trying to get it deep. Still battling along the boards. Kicked forward. Into the skates again. Good battle along the boards between these two teams. Picked out by Victoria. They fired out and down the ice. Back for it is number 57 for for Queensland. To the front of the net. Just wide. Back into the corner. Number 17 picks it up. He gets it to the high slot at the blue line. Picked off and stolen. Back comes Queensland. They flick it down into the zone, right on the goaltender. Go for a change. Victoria. Back they come. Down the left side, that's Freeman. He takes it into the corner, gets it back to the front of the net. Picked up by Ouimet, and he comes back 3-on-2 now over the blue line. Gets it to the goal, and that looks like that might have slid under the Zamboni door. The first one of the day. I've lost count this week. Might be into double digits by now. Face-off will come to the right of the Victorian goaltender, Julian Baumgartner. Number 13, Jesse Dick. Up against number 85, Max Doser. Won by Doser. Back comes Dillon. He gets the blue line, loses control of the puck. Delayed offside briefly. Queensland, they can't get it out. Behind the goal. That's Dick, I think. Gets it back to the blue line. Just fumbled by the Victoria player. 1:49 to go in this second period. 78, he gets it up onto the boards. That gets deflected into the zone by Freeman. Back for it goes Ouimet. Dillon in pursuit. Ouimet gets the backhand to the blue line. Dick, he gets it over the line. Back to the Victoria line. Back comes Freeman down the right side. Cuts wide, puts the backhand to the front of the net. Puck sitting there for a brief moment. Back comes Ouimet. Long stretch pass. He hits number 57, Corser. Gets the shot away. That just goes over the board, over the post. Kept in at the blue line by Martin. He looks for a shot, takes the shot right into the glove of Baumgartner. Couple of good chances there by Queensland off the rush. Nice stretch pass up the middle of the ice to Corser, and he was sent in alone, harassed by the Victoria defense. Good play and a good vision to see that stretch pass. Face off to the right of Baumgartner. Won by Queensland. They take it out. Over the line. Number 23, he takes it to the net. Scores as he uses his strength to beat the defense and then chips it over the shoulder of O'Connor for the goal. Good individual effort by Cochergen. Face-off won by Queensland. They get it back to the Victoria line. Picked off by back down the ice comes Victoria. That's number 73, Barnes. He dumps it in. No icing. Behind the goal. Queensland, they get it up to the blue line, but kept in. Victoria off a skate. Number 7 for Victoria. Gargano. That gets behind the net. Battle for it. Picked out by the Queensland number 68, the alternate captain. He dumps it down deep. That's Miller, 55, and that'll do it for this second period. A little bit of a pushback there at the end by Queensland. They're down 5-1, and they'll take Victoria will take that lead to the change room for the ice cut. We'll take a 15-minute break, and we'll be back with the second period stats and the opening face-off, or the starting of the third period face-off in a few moments. This is Chris Langell. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena, folks. This is Chris Langell bringing you the play-by-play. Producer Cass Edwards, and on the camera, Riley Langell. We're getting set for the opening face-off in this third period. Goals in that second period by Sandy, number 37, unassisted at 8:10, and Kochurgan unassisted again at 47 seconds to make the score 4-1. 19-7, the shots on goal, 8-4 in that second period in favor of Victoria. No penalties in that third period as we get set for the draw. Nice. Puck is dropped by referee Vince Giblin. Battle for it at the Queensland blue line, in over the line. Number 32 takes the shot high. Back to the blue line. Queensland, they get it out into the neutral zone. Off the skate, or off the stick of the Victoria player. Back in comes the captain. Fires it high over the net. Back comes Queensland. They get it out into the neutral zone. Sandy, he gets it back in. Over the blue line. Just to the blue line, but not out. Good keep in. Again, a battle for the puck. Off of skates and sticks. Carried in. Down goes the Queensland players. They lost an edge. Puck just deflects wide. Up onto the half boards behind the goal. That's Ord back for it. Chipped up to the blue line by Ouimet, but he can't get it out past the defense to the front of the net. Ord picks it up again, tries to fire it out. Fans on the shot. Back for it is number 37. Gets it back to the blue line. Breakaway. Down on net. Open play. Good back check by the Victoria defense as number 61 for Victoria. Or 81, I believe that is. George. Sorry, that's 81 for Queensland. Wrong again. 61 for Queensland. Griffin Hicks goes in all alone. A great back check by the Victoria back checker to foil his attempt on the breakaway. Two Victoria players coming back hard. Fire down the ice. That's going to go for icing. Back to the left of the goaltender. Won by Queensland. In the slot, fired back into the corner. That's number 8 back for it, Dylan. He rims it around to the blue line, but not out. Off the shin pads. Good block at the blue line by Victoria. In comes Freeman down the left side. He cuts it back to the front of the net. And unable to get it is number 85. It goes back to the blue line. D2D scores from the blue line. That's number 78, I believe. Chris Borg puts the puck from the blue line and beats the goaltender low to the glove side for a 6-1 Victoria lead. That goal scored by number 78 for Victoria. Assisted by number 5, Will Giles. Makes the score 6-1. Face off one. But Queensland get control of it. They swing out of the zone. Get it to the blue line. Ouimet with the shot. And the glove save by Baumgartner. The high shot by Ouimet with a bit of a screen in front. In on the draw, pushed ahead by Victoria to the blue line. Ouimet, he keeps it in. 55 for Queensland. Miller, he gets it on goal. Back to the blue line, kept in again by Ouimet. Takes the shot quickly to the front of the net, deflected. Back to the blue line, kept in by number 14, off the stick of the Queensland player, out of the zone. Back comes Ouimet. He takes it in deep. Goes down. Number 17 on it. Martin on the half boards as they battle in the corner. In after it comes number 15, Lim. Puck is loose. Victoria get it behind the goal to the far point. Kept in by number 14 for Queensland. Riley Glads. Back to the front of the net, and back comes Victoria, 2-on-1, over the blue line, back to the front of the net, fired, scores, as falling down, Bonato slides that puck into the open side. That's assisted by number 37, Sandy. And that makes the score 7-1 for Victoria. Face off one back to the Queensland defense. That's Janot. Out they come. Brief 3-on-2. Lost control of the puck. Back behind the net goes Victoria. They lose possession. Number 12 picks up, tries to get it to the front of the net, does. It sits there for a second and smothered by Baumgartner. Good forecheck by number 12, Henry Dushka. So he gets the puck back towards the front of the net. One again by Queensland into the slot. Picked up by Victoria, and out it comes into the neutral zone. Picking it up is number 8, Dylan. He takes it to the front of the net. Oh, great toe save by O'Connor as he gets the pad down and stops that puck. Back to the blue line. Dylan after it again. Just fires it into the far corner. Number 85 picks it up. Back to the blue line, back to Freeman, and fire down the ice. Back for it is number 16, Archie Robertson, but it goes for icing. Charnley, number 52, has to come back on after that icing. 10:14 to go in this third period. 7-1 the scoreline. Face-off win by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Oh, and that just goes wide as it changed direction on a deflection in front. Backhand shot over the net. O'Connor lost the stick. Given back by the defense. Fired back to the blue line. Blocked. Good block by little number 21 for Queensland, Ord. Back behind the net it goes. As they're fighting over that loose puck. Bonato, he puts it behind the goal. chipped up the boards to the blue line, kept in by number 13 for Victoria. Essence Wishart comes loose. Wishart, she slaps at it, keeps it in the zone, gets it deep, or back out again, back into the corner. That's number 51 for Queensland. Gets it out onto the half boards, and out comes Queensland. Tries a long pass, just misses the breaking Queensland player under the stick. Back to the blue line. Fire down the ice, over the stick. Goalie comes out to play it, so no icing. Back comes 57, I think that is, for Queensland. Corser out of the zone. After it is number 61 for Queensland. Hicks back into the zone, and that should go for icing. 8:36 to go in this third period. Face off to the right of O'Connor. False start as the goal was slightly off its moorings. So we'll start it again. Face off won by Queensland. Behind the goal. Into the far corner. Picked off by 96, Jack Zhang. Out to the blue line, though. Back comes Queensland, down the left-hand side. Good little toe drag as he gets back past number 77, Rosa. Puck comes to the blue line. Out by Victoria, into the neutral zone. Forward pass up to number 7, Gargano. He can't get it deep, and back comes Queensland, breaking out. Good play by number 13, Dick, to get it in deep, but picked off by Victoria, and out they come. Onto the half boards, off the skate of number 7, Gargano. Back into the corner. Queensland back to the point. Corser, he gets it on net. That slid through the pads. Behind the net it goes. Back to the front of the net. And back comes Queensland. Koturgan gets it to the front of the net. Sits there wide open for a brief moment. Picked up, and back comes Queensland. Good stick by the defense, Kojernan at the blue line. He gets it under control, takes it to the front of the net. Good defensive play. And into the glove of the goaltender. Koturgan take that down the ice, went to the middle of the net of the ice, into the slot, and got that shot away as he went down. Face-off won by Queensland. Out to the blue line. Blocked. Down comes number 17. On goal, takes the shot off the blocker. Good save. Queensland in the zone. To the blue line. Out comes Victoria. They break down the right side. Good stick by number 14 for Queensland. In behind the goal. Back to the front of the net. Freeman. He gets it in deep. At the near blue line in front of the benches. Back comes Ouimet. He goes down through the middle of the ice. Gets it to number 55 for Queensland, Miller. He goes in deep. Gets it back to the front of the net. Over the stick of the Queensland player. Ouimet, he ties it up on the boards. And out comes Victoria. Backhand pass. Ouimet, he intercepts it. And back he goes into the zone. Winds up, takes the shot. Right into the glove of Baumgartner. So Queensland with a pushback in this third period, getting some opportunities. closing the gap on the shot clock. Face-off will come back to Baumgartner's right. Queensland get control of it, brings it across the slot. That's Ord, back to the blue line. Kept in by Ouimet. Fired into the corner. Picked off by Victoria. And they get it, I think, off a player on the bench. I didn't quite pick that up. It was out of my line of sight. But the puck will come back deep into the Victoria zone for a face-off. Ord in on the draw. Wins it over into the slot, but picked off by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Off the skate, up onto the stick by Bonato. He gets it to the front of the net. Good stick on the back check by number 12, Dushka. Back to the blue line. Reversed by Sandy. Back into the corner to the blue line. Blocked, and back comes Queensland. They've got a 2-on-1 break. Chipped ahead and just off the skate of number 81 for Queensland. That gets to the front of the net. Good play by Humke as he kicked out the skate and prevented that pass from getting through as Queensland was in 2-on-1. 4:49 to go in the third period. 7-1 the score. 26-13. Victoria out shooting Queensland. One off the draw, going hard to the net. That was number 25 for Queensland, Hernandez. Back into the Victoria zone it goes, and back for it is Kochurgan. Into the corner, back to the point, not out, and now it comes out. Back for it is Ouimet. He makes a move, crosses the blue line, takes the hard shot right into the chest and glove of Baumgartner, who freezes it for a face-off to the right. That's his right, camera left. Won by Queensland onto the half boards, but picked off by Victoria. Kept in the zone at the blue line just. But Victoria get it out. Gargano, he gets it up onto the wing, just chips it. Hernandez can't get it on the stick. And back goes Ouimet, 3:59 to go. He's under pressure behind the goal. Makes a move slowly out of the zone, looking for an outlet. Gets it up onto the wing. Can't connect as the puck bounces off the stick into the zone. Dangerous play. Kochurgan back down the left wing. He goes hard to the net. Tries to get it in front. Takes it behind. Puck knocked off his stick. Good stick by the Queensland defender. Down the ice it goes. And that's number 55 or 25 after it. Takes away the icing. Tries to get it to the front of the net and can't. And back come Victoria. That's number 4, Freeman. He's going in one-on-one. Takes it wide. Has a man in front. Closely checked. Behind the goal. Freeman, good moves. Stolen by Corser. Corser, he puts it up the boards. Chipped to the blue line and out. 2:55 to go. Back comes Victoria. Number 85 with it. Gets it over the blue line. Max Doser. Queensland pick it up. Ouimet. He comes out of the zone. Closely checked by Dillon. Down the left side. Takes it wide. Goes to the net. Takes the shot. High and wide. Back to the blue line. Corser fires it towards the goal. Into the corner goes Ouimet after it. Back to the blue line. Kept in. Fired again towards the front of the net. Intercepted, and back it comes into the neutral zone. Corser's there to pick it up. He goes in. makes a move, gets the puck poked off the stick, gets it back again, goes to the net, hard shot, off the pad and into the corner, back to the blue line. Back comes Victoria, 2-on-1. Back checkers desperate to get back. Great skate by number 43, I think that was, Jeannot, to break up that play. Back into the corner. Queensland now trying to get out of the zone. Off the skate of Charnley. He gets it out into the zone. Good play, but then picked off, and back comes Freeman. He goes hard to the net. Cuts hard, backhand to the front. Sits there loose. And picked up by Queensland. Fired over the boards into the Queensland bench for a stoppage. 1:25 to go in the period. Queensland out shooting, or Victoria, out shooting Queensland 26-14. As Queensland has closed the gap on shots on goal a bit this period. Face off to the right of O'Connor, or of O'Connor, the goaltender. Won by Victoria. Queensland get it to the line. Bonato to the front. Chipped out to the blue line again. Kept in briefly, but out come Queensland. Gladys goes in on it. Peels back. Forecheck by number 17. Back to the blue line. Fired back into the zone. Deflected again into the corner. Up onto the wing. Intercepted. That's number 55. Picks it up. Gets it to the slot. Loses it. And back comes number 86. I think that is, or 88. Gets a shot on goal off the glove of O'Connor. Back into the zone comes Victoria. Queensland try to get it out of the zone. Two Victoria players in behind the defense there briefly. Number 2 for Queensland, Carter, tries to get it out. Intercepted. Back comes Victoria on the forecheck. Queensland on the breakout. Up the right side to Miller. He gets it to the blue line. Stopped by the stick of Leiter.
Board. Blue 88. 2. Board.
Oh, we got a penalty on the play. Number 88 for Victoria, Enzo Bonato, 2 minutes for boarding with 10 seconds to go in the third period. Didn't see that play. It's Victoria. They just fire it to the blue line. Oh, and that gets deflected into the slot. Just failing to pick it up is the Queensland forward as he falls down, and that'll do it as the horn sounds for the end of the third period and the game. Final score, 7-0 for Victoria in this first game of the 2025 Phil Ginsberg National Under-13 Championship. Stats in that third period. 2 goals, one by Borg from Giles at 12:48, and then roughly 30 seconds later, Bonato from Sandy at 11:16. Penalty to Bonato late for boarding, and shots on goal 8-7 in favor of Victoria, and final shots 27-14 in favor of Victoria. 0 for 2 on the power play was Queensland, allowing a shorthanded goal. And that'll do it. Final score 7-1 as the team shake hands with the officials and the coaching staffs. And with that, we'll take a brief break for an ice cut. Coming back for the next game in the Ginsberg tournament. And it will be on Wednesday, New South Wales taking on Team Western Australia. We'll be back for that shortly. Until then, This is Chris Langell for Cass Edwards and Riley Langell on the camera. We'll see you then.